Unexpectedly, the reason why Summoner is the strongest profession is that when you have a certain strength base, you can achieve full automatic attack. He only needs to temporarily put Summoner in the outdoors where there are many monsters. Even if he is at home, he can still gain experience, because he can share the vision with Summoner. If there is an accident, he can also adjust it at any time. However, the artist has tens of times more efficiency than others. If you don't choose the difficulty of Hell, he can completely suppress people at the same level. Instead, he often encounters accidents due to the difficulty. On this day, a B-level monster suddenly attacked the city. And in this world, the monster is a water type. It's a big difference from sea-level monsters. No one can deal with it in the city. Unfortunately, the knights just went out, and he is the only special hunter in the city. So he was sent by the Lord to stand at the front, but he won't run to die. Although he can suppress sea-level monsters, he is very self-aware, so the best way is to lure him away. At least, there is no problem with escaping, because Summoner's identity is not easy to recognize. After all, this world does not exist this profession, so his priority is to stay away from the city. In case of emergency, he specializes in speed and defense for the Summoner's family. Until he can't see the city, he wants to try the level of B-level monsters. He admires the spirit released by butterflies. So far, he has only tried to deal with C-level monsters. There is an 80% chance that he will fall asleep. However, when it comes to dealing with B-level monsters, he finds that it will have no effect at all. At first, he thought it was a decoy, but when he summoned more butterflies, the worst result was also confirmed. His invincible magic was invalidated, so he changed his mind and ran away again. So he has been running away for a day. The other party has been following him like this. It was not easy to find a dead end before he threw it away. At least he thinks so. Because when he plans to return to the original way, this escape is 3 days and 3 nights. When he returns to the city, he has lost all his strength and faints directly. The next day when he wakes up again, his daughter and butler have been waiting for him. They all want to know how he escaped, because the existence of Summoner cannot be known by the world. So he omitted many thrilling scenes and blamed everything on luck. After the Lord heard it, there was no doubt, because he guarded the whole city. So he gave him 20 gold coins as a reward. This is exactly what he needs most now. With the money, he can update his equipment. His words are good for the Lord, who is not good at fighting. But the leader of the knights is not so easy to fool. It's not that easy to escape from B-level monsters. But he didn't give up. And with the gold coins rewarded by the Lord, the first thing he did was to buy a shadow sword. With this weapon, his attack power is greatly increased. For example, he couldn't break the defense of Kai before. But now he can take out the demon in his body. Time flies, and it's another year. The leader's eldest son came back from school again, and the first thing he did was to compete with the Lord again. But what disappointed him was that the Lord's strength did not increase much. But more accurately, he became stronger. Although his occupation is only the weakest 1-star sword master, he is far inferior to the 8-star summoner. But because the Lord chose the Hell level, the speed of upgrading is only 1% of that of ordinary people. This also means that the speed of ordinary people's upgrading is 100 times that of his, so it's completely level suppression. In a year that can only be said to be invisible, the level of the eldest son is much higher than him. But when he learned that he had escaped under the level B demon, he was very shocked. As a top student in the school, he knew how strong the demon would be after reaching level B. Even if it were him now, he wouldn't be an opponent. He didn't wait for him to ask, but something big happened. The White Dragon in the White Dragon mountain range has moved. The so-called White Dragon is the A-level demon beast. So far, no one has been his opponent, because the place where he breathes has a lot of valuable secret silver mines, and he usually leaves for 100 years. This is a great opportunity for the Lord. It can completely make them take revenge overnight. But mining can't be done directly. In order to ensure safety, the first thing to do is to clean up the demons near the mine area. It takes a few months to say less. All of this is heard by the Lord. But it's not good news for him. Because there are fewer demons nearby, his experience will also decrease. In order not to be robbed of too much experience, how can he be faster than the knights? Coincidentally, today he finally learned the summoning skill to level 5. He will get a new skill every level up and summon a higher level summoning beast. He was in no hurry to test the strength of the D-level summoning beast. He decided to try the new sharing skill first. What effect does it have? Can it improve his upgrade efficiency? And just as he understood, the so-called sharing is to let him share his vision and hearing with the summoning beast. And there is no distance limit. The summoning beast can move according to his thoughts. Even the skills can be shared. It is obvious that he can even see insects that are hundreds of meters apart. Of course, sharing is also limited. After the test, he found that he can share with 5 summoning beasts at most. It's almost the same as playing games. If you go beyond the limit, you will feel a headache. And if he wants to further increase the number of sharing, the only way is to improve the intelligence in the attributes. He can share 1 more every 200 points. It was at this time that he found why the summoning master's intelligence talent was so high. At this time, he finally had a place to use it. The next step is to test the D-level summoning beast. A total of 6 can provide different armor for him. But what's more important than the armor is that after the summoning beast reaches the D-level, he can basically walk horizontally in this forest. He can take a step forward by strengthening his skills and improve their attributes to C-level. As long as he doesn't leave B-level, he is the king here. As the power of the summoning beast increases, he suddenly realizes that he is useless, because the summoning beast alone can defeat the devil. So why do you need him? And as long as he is out of control, he can achieve full auto attack. If an accident happens, he can also share his vision at any time. The summoning beast's death is resummoned. In this way, the efficiency of upgrading is greatly increased. As for the special skills of the 6 summoning beasts, Bear, Spider, Knight are simple attack behaviors. The other 3 are auxiliary behaviors. Among them, the Owl is night vision. Obviously, it can detect enemies at night. The special skill of Potato is Fruit. Use it to restore magic power for the master. And the fish-shaped summoning beast uses Water Swordfish. It can increase the flash rate of all members. He looks stupid, but he is the smartest, and he specializes in governance and household affairs. With him, the limit of the current sharing of the male master has reached 80%. And after putting all the members out of the wild, he suddenly had a bold idea. Because sharing has no distance limit, it means that he can visit his hometown at any time, and the first time I used it, I saw it. Qingmei is fighting with the son of Iron River. I have to say that I miss him a little. And then he found his father working in the field. His father didn't find it was him, but he found him very special. At this time, his mother is frowning with his daughter. The male master didn't go to disturb her. Instead, he put a gold coin on the window before he left. The man didn't expect it at all. His summoning is the strongest level 8 in his career. He can try his best, but he can't even beat a level B monster. On the other hand, a level 2 swordfish has the ability to easily kill it. And the reason for this is that he chose the difficulty of hell at the beginning. The experience of beating monsters is only 1% of that of ordinary people, so it's a level that's behind him. Although he came up with the full automatic attack mode, he put the summoning beast in the wild outskirts of Mordor all day long. He can get experience from far away every moment. But because the master wants to open a secret mine, he will send a group of knights to destroy nearby monsters recently. So he has to fight to get experience. And the fastest way is to destroy the monster tribe directly. In this way, he can kill dozens of monsters at once. He first targeted the goblin tribe. Now, with the increase in strength, he can completely crush this low-level monster. Even without commanding his summoning beast, it can be easily solved. The only thing to pay attention to is the Goblin King at level C. But at level C, he didn't kill 1 or 2. So there was no suspense at all. It didn't take long for him to destroy a goblin tribe and gain about 200 experience. And then he just had to try again and again. During this period, the master's eldest son graduated from school. It's supposed to be a good thing, but I don't know why he's in a bad mood. And what's even weirder is that as soon as he came back, he wanted the master to do his best to fight him. In fact, every year when he came back, the two of them would fight. But I didn't expect it to be so crowded this year. Although I don't know what's going on, but the master did what he wanted. He distributed the summoning beast to his family members at attack and speed. Except that the summoning beast can't show up, it's his winning posture. Compared to last year, his strength has doubled. He was very confident to take it down this year. But I didn't expect that for his attack. The eldest son was still superior. Although the gap between the two of them was reduced a lot, but his strength was still slightly inferior. As his sword was blown away, he lost again. After the fight, because of etiquette, the two of them would still shake hands. But I didn't expect the eldest son to ignore him this time. But in the past, he told his parents a big thing. He didn't know until he finished explaining. It turned out that from tomorrow on, he would carry out the nobility's duty. I don't know what the so-called duty is. The master and his wife were silent about it. The only thing they knew was that they seemed to be very sad. The next morning, the eldest son set off. But before he left, he didn't expect his feet to suddenly hold the master. He wanted him to protect his sister well in the future. As a male servant of 1,000 gold, it is the master's duty to protect the other party. But in this case, it's hard not to let him think too much. It feels like he's explaining the aftermath. But he can't intervene in the affairs of the nobility. The top priority is to improve the level first. Half a year has passed in a blink of an eye. After this period of effort, his level jumped from 30 to 35. But because all the goblin tribes around him were wiped out by him, he could only change to a demon beast, and he was staring at the half-living tribe. As for why he hasn't done anything for half a year, it's because half-living people are all sea-level demons. Each power is comparable to the Goblin King, and the strongest half-living king has reached level B. He has never defeated a level like this so far, but now he thinks he has enough strength, so he decided to take on the challenge. At first, it went well under his command. The only difference is that it took more time than the Goblin tribe. But I didn't expect that in the half-living tribe, there was a so-called half-living mage. The first time I saw magic, it was on the demon beast. It made him laugh. And the half-living mage, although he is sea-level, he is much stronger than ordinary half-living people. As soon as they came to the battlefield, the situation turned around. The male summoning beast was wiped out. In a hurry, he decided to take care of it first. He used the head skill to kill one. But when he was about to continue, he didn't expect that the half-living mage was very smart. After they hid behind the obstacles, they could still cast magic. But the male couldn't do anything with them. He couldn't let a summoning beast charge into the battlefield. And there was a half-living person waiting in front of him. The summoning beast couldn't rush in for a while. He had no choice but to use a stupid method. That is to give up defense and attack. With his current limit, he can summon 20,000 summoning beasts. The magic power consumption can be supplemented by fruit trees. It can be completely suppressed by quantity. But because there can only be 50 summoning beasts at most in the field, so this is a long-term battle. Not long after, the half-living person couldn't sit still. Seeing that he was full of himself, the male was going to test his level. I didn't expect the result to be stronger than he imagined. His summoning beast couldn't even last a season, but he could only keep summoning. Then continue. In several rounds, not only did the half-living person not get hurt, but the speed of his summoning was faster than the speed of the other party's killing. At this time, the half-living mage hiding behind was a sneak attack. He destroyed his knight. After losing the defensive summoning beast, for the mage's attack, he had no choice but to let the bear take the hit first. But the result was not as good as the knight. Yubo still let him get a lot of injuries. Although he can summon a lot of beasts, he can't protect his own safety. But when he decided to retreat, the night team leader was coming. Originally, according to the male's prediction, the other party would arrive here a day later. I didn't expect to hit him by accident. Because of the sudden incident, he didn't have time to take the summoning beast. But the night team leader didn't say much. He just walked to the half-living person. As for the other half-living people, he left it to the Vice team leader to solve it. Although the male knows that his identity is likely to be exposed, he regrets it. He is more curious about how to fight later. What surprised him was that the attack team leader of the half-living person didn't dodge, but chose to face him head-on. His strength was even greater than that of the half-living person. In the male's perception, the world's B-level monster has reached the level of the Earth City. But he didn't expect to face such an opponent. The night team leader can also be in a hurry. As for the Vice team leader's strength, he saw it with his own eyes at that time. The other party can't even beat the 5-year-old sword god. But in front of the sea-level half-living people around him, he was not afraid at all. The blue light on his body was familiar. It's an EX skill similar to the one when the sword god defeated him. I didn't expect him to have it, but he killed a group of half-living people in one move. And this can only show that his level is extremely high. Otherwise, a 1-star gun soldier wouldn't have such strength. As for why he lost to Kleina at that time, it was obviously because he didn't take out his power. And at that time, he used a sword, not a gun. At this time, the battlefield on the other side was also at a critical moment. He only saw the team leader for a month, and he suddenly exploded his power. With the sword light flashing, the originally extremely powerful half-living king was suddenly split into 2 halves. He was killed by a B-level monster in one move. He didn't even use the EX skill. I didn't expect a 2-star swordsman to have such strength. After that, the team leader naturally couldn't run away. But what surprised him was that in fact, his true strength had long been discovered. After all, since he became the leader's son-in-law, the number of monsters nearby has significantly decreased. Plus, the level he showed when he fought with the eldest son, and the record of escaping from B-level monsters, it's hard not to guess it was him. And the leader even knew it earlier than he did, but he only didn't guess that the team leader's talent was summoning. Although he has never seen this ability, he chose to keep it a secret for the team leader. As a passerby, he knows best that this ability cannot be exposed. I don't know what difficulties he has experienced, but I am very grateful to the team leader. This time, he failed to defeat the half-lion tribe. He didn't regret it, but he succeeded in doing it 2 weeks later. He found that as long as he changed the way he fought, let the summoner surround him first, don't let him form a formation, and then prioritize the half-lion mage. The last half-lion king is easy to say. He can solve it by taking the seeing the sea of people tactic, and defeating a half-lion tribe gained more than 7 times the experience of the goblin tribe. This made his leveling efficiency higher. But not long after, this day, the king's envoy suddenly came to their territory, and brought bad news. That is, the eldest son died in battle. This made everyone dare not believe it. It should be known that the other party is only 15 years old this year. The leader just wanted the envoy to give an explanation, but the envoy didn't want to talk to him at all. He came here just to pass on the news. He came in a hurry, and left in a hurry. At this time, the master's doubts were finally solved. Why did the eldest son let him protect his sister before he left? In fact, he had a premonition, and the leader and his wife were obviously clear at the time. What is the so-called noble duty? Only until the day the daughter learned the truth, she had a big quarrel with her father. She cried and ran back to her room. I thought she would be relieved. As a result, no one could have thought that she had secretly run away from home. Everyone didn't know where she went. Everyone in the territory was very panicked. And as the male servant, the male master also went out in a search. Okay, so that's the 9th and 10th episodes of the Hell mode. I'm sure you've noticed that the most exquisite part of this movie is that it combines the game's thinking with the survival of the world. It's a very clever combination. The male master obviously holds the 8-star professional summoner, but because he chose the difficulty of Hell, he made himself the weakest. But this is exactly the most interesting part of the whole work. Others rely on talent to eat. He relies on his brain to play games. Let's go over a few key details. First of all, the real use of the vocation of the summoner. The male master developed the full automatic hook chain, which is simply the ultimate dream of the worker, sharing the vision. There is no distance limit, and you can open more operations. Isn't this what we do when we play games? Hang on the phone while watching a movie. But the director buried a brush here. When the male master returned to his hometown, he could show up, but he only secretly put a gold coin. This detail is particularly recognizable. It's not that he doesn't want to marry, but he knows that he has a secret that can't be seen. This kind of restraining is more infectious than crying in pain. Let's talk about the role of the commander of the knights. We used to think he was just a dragon suit. As a result, he is the real hidden boss. Pay attention to the scene where he kills half of the people. There is no EX skill. Only rely on the sword and the hard steel to win. Think back to the strange scene where he lost to the 5-year-old sword. Now I understand that he can't beat him at all, but when he used the sword, he only used one force. This kind of half-bamboo tiger reverse design is more surprising than directly hanging. And the commander has long seen through the secret of the male master, but chose to keep it a secret. This transparency and tolerance made the image of this supporting role instantly 3-dimensional. The most heart-wrenching is the line of the eldest son. From the temper of the return of the school, to the farewell, holding the male master to explain the later events, and then to the final death. The fate of this 15-year-old boy reflects the cruel truth of the noble world. Pay attention to the fact that he was in a bad mood when he returned home after graduation. He was in a hurry to compete with the male master. At that time, he might have known what he was going to face. And the silence of the Lord and his wife, the girl's collapse, are telling us that in this world, the duty of the nobles is sometimes the synonym for death. This feeling of helplessness deep in the game is more infectious than any hot-blooded fight. In the end, what is most touching is not how the male master becomes stronger, but that he still maintains a clear mind and a soft heart. He uses game thinking to solve problems, but treats the people around him with true feelings. Whether it's the gold coin he secretly put at home, or he goes out without hesitation to find his daughter, these details are telling us that even in the most difficult mode, kindness and responsibility are always the best skills.